Going on to you, Gemini. So you have the King of Cups, the Fool, the Nine of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles. So the Lovers does represent you Geminis anyway. And the King of Cups, the Fool, and the Nine of Pentacles are about how a lot of you Geminis have been having to deal with a bunch of dysfunctional people. And I just see a lot of you Geminis being over that. Like, what's the point of you dealing with people who are dysfunctional? And you Geminis are even starting to ask yourselves the question, like, is this all it is that you're supposed to have? And I'm going to be real with you, Geminis. That's the majority. That I've been saying it a million times. That's the majority of what's out. Most people have not done the internal work. That's just facts. And I may have to actually put up the evidence to it in the video. But there's this saying that a lot of people have of, oh, you are what it is that you attract. No, they don't even know what it is that they're talking about. When they say attract, they mean keep in your life. So if you're not dysfunctional, right, or if you have a certain amount of health and you meet someone who is unhealthy, right, not just some physically or something like this, but unhealthy emotionally, right, and these people, you give them a chance, and those people end up doing something to you or whatnot, and you go on about your way and you heal from it, that does not mean that you are unhealthy. That's the majority of what's out. And I'm going to actually put up the proof that proves this. That's the majority of what's out. So, again, this whole ideology of, well, I don't know, you didn't, that's the majority of what's out over the entire globe. I'm going to put the evidence in the comment section of this video to show and prove that. So all of this nonsense about you are what it is that you are, that's a bunch of people who are making up excuses because they themselves are dysfunctional. And a lot of you Geminis are supposed to know this, right? That's why it is that I go so hard when it comes to these statistics and the proof and stuff like this, because people want to debate and people want to have all these silly little old caveats. What happens now when the proof is put right in your face and you can't have anything to say but, yeah, okay, be quiet about it? So a lot of you Geminis are looking at this and you're seeing it for what it is. Like, this is the majority of what's out. And you're right. That is the majority of what's out. The Lovers and the Queen of Pentacles represents, but this is the reason why it is that we prepare. This is the reason why I'm teaching y'all how to properly spot people who you have a better chance of having something successful with, because the Lovers represents you're also paying attention to how things are so twisted, how so many, I ain't gonna say everybody, but so many people aren't themselves. And instead of them be themselves, they would rather do everything in the world but be themselves. And the reason why they don't want to do that is because they understand themselves that there's dysfunction there. There's self-pity there. There's self-disrespect there. That's why they doing the nonsense that they doing. So the thing about it is that the Queen of Pentacles now represents, so as a result of this, you have to find someone, Gemini, as I've been giving y'all the keys. I've been giving all the zodiac signs the keys the whole time. But some people are not listening. But you Geminis do listen. The Queen of Pentacles is about, this is why it is that you want to find someone that understands that enough and they are more authentic with themselves. But you need to know how. It's not just going to come so easy to you in that sense. Because the Page of Wands represents you will have to actually go looking, because considering the fact that most people are like this, where they're, for this reading, right? Most people are like this. They're dysfunctional more than anything, and they're hiding who they really are. Obviously, more than likely, you're not going to get the best try on the first try. The best option the first time around. And when I say the best option, I'm not necessarily talking about somebody that has all this amount of money, but you still don't even really want to get to know the person. You just want the stuff. I'm talking about a person that fits well for you. Page of Wands. Because those may be two different people. The Page of Wands now represents moving forward, though, and having to understand this. The Four of Swords, learning how to put to sleep. Four of Swords and Five of Pentacles, learning how to put to sleep or put an end to relationships that you feel like you have to perform or not be yourselves in. So a lot of you Geminis, again, you have to understand to not really get discouraged. This is the majority of what's out. And I am going to put the proof in the comment section. The marriage rates are plummeting because so many people are finding dysfunctional people. And dysfunctional people are playing this game, trying to be married and trying to keep it away from the other person that, you know what I mean, trying to hide it and make it seem like, that they'll never find out. And then when those people find out, now it's like, oh, wow, these people were a fraud the whole time. I can't believe this. So this whole you are what it is that you are attract is bogus. So you have to know the signs. You have to be able to see even the slightest of signs. Gemini, Five of Pentacles. And when you see the slightest of signs, that's why it is that you leave, because you know what it is that you're looking for. I can tell from the slightest of signs, no matter how small the person thinks that they get in the way. As soon as I see it, yeah, that's a dub. Yeah, most definitely. And sometimes that comes in nuances, because maybe I still talk to the person, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that I'm rocking with them. Same thing for you Geminis. I'm not here to make it about me. I'm talking about y'all. You got to be able to understand it, even from when someone is slick with it and they're trying their best to cover it up, so that you don't have to spend so much time talking to them and then you feel like it's a waste of your time. And the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles represents how you do that in the first place is by first being able to be real with yourselves enough to know that if a person isn't upright in character, if they don't want to do anything for themselves, if they are compromised spiritually, if they have a problem telling the truth, if many people don't like them, and all of this stuff is in a combination, their house is dirty, the way that they portray themselves to be in public is not who it is that they are in private. They're not overall great, upstanding, decent people. Obviously, and that goes with their emotional maturity, their health, their finances, their social circle. That goes to show you that you need to leave these people alone. That's signs and the evidence of enough that these people are dysfunctional. Look at the people that are hanging around them so that you can know for the future what's going on. Because a lot of you are in a space right now, from what I'm seeing, where a lot of you having to go back and be like, okay, you have to go back to the drawing board. And a lot of you Geminis are like, you want to be able to identify when someone is trying to fake it until they make it. Fake it until they actually get someone trapped into a relationship. Then they flip the script. Well, let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess. Yeah. High Priestess, Page of Pentacles, the World, and the Hermit, right? So the High Priestess and the Page of Pentacles, if these people tend to be extreme with you, if they tend to be very unjust with you, if the way that they interact with you, it tends to be very harsh, cruel, brutal, right? The treatment of you is very brutal. They treat everyone better than they treat you. That's something that you should not tolerate. The World and the Hermit, they should want to be people who grows with you. And that if you're not getting that, then it's up to you, Geminis, to expand your own horizons, leave these people, and then continue to go off with other people. So these are just some things that you Geminis are going to have to learn. Stop letting people tell y'all that they're the ones for you.